Hi, Shankar here. When COVID broke out, everyone said that you have to improve your levels of immunity, and at your age, you can't take chances. I started doing yoga every day. And my yoga master always used to tell me, if you're doing yoga regularly, you will be able to reduce your weight and you will be able to be more energetic. When I started doing yoga, it was for my weight reduction actually I started doing. But believe me friends, it has a lot of other benefits that comes along with that. First and foremost, I find that yoga improves your way of doing things in a disciplined manner. Disciplined manner, and that should be one of your great takes in doing yoga. With a good discipline in life, you will be able to navigate your life towards the goals that you have set for yourself. Yoga helps in this way. Well, how come you say that discipline comes out of yoga? Because yoga controls your breathing. Well, what has breathing got to do with discipline? It has, my friends, it has. If you think very carefully, even when we say you are quite upset, what do we say? Take a deep breath and count 1 to 10, and then your mind gets peaceful, isn't it? So this is one of the very smallest examples. When you start doing yoga meticulously every day, and when you start controlling your breathing, regulate your breathing, you are able to discipline your life in so many ways, discipline your activities in so many ways. I started with the intention of just reducing, as I told you, and I have achieved. It's a big magic that has happened in my life. I wanted to tell you that I used to wear a trouser size of 40. After 6 months, my hip size has got reduced to 36. If I wear my 40 size trousers now, I cannot remove my hand out of my trousers, it falls down. So this is a magic. I tell myself, I appreciate myself. Yoga makes you as a complete person. It shapes up your personality. From time immemorial, the yoga has been in our heritage. And it's only about thousands of years ago, a great rishi by name Patanjali codified it as 8 limbs of yoga, about which I'll tell you very briefly. Now, what are the 8 limbs of yoga? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. These are the 8 limbs as codified by Rishi Patanjali. Now, what it is, now let's take a very common example, okay? Now, you want to take up a job in a company, you want to build up your career. Now, what would you do? You would first know how to prepare for the job and how to go about doing your job and how to achieve efficiency in your job, isn't it? So there should be something which you should know that you shouldn't be doing. For example, if you're going to interview, you should know how to face the interview. What you should not be doing, you should not be going there in a very shabby outlook. And there are some don'ts which you're supposed to follow. And there are some do's that you're supposed to follow. You're supposed to know what job you're applying for. You're supposed to know what is the product they are dealing. And you're supposed to gain some knowledge about that. And then when you get into the job, you should know how to do what is your job specification and how you should do your job well. And this job, you should know how to improve your productivity and efficiency, isn't it? And there are some skills to do to improve your efficiency. How do you improve your efficiency? You should know what job to take up first and how you should give priority to the jobs that you have to attend first, and how not to waste time and squander time and finally trying to do 11th hour jobs. Now, these things you should be able to sync your activities along with your job. And beyond that, you should know how to pick up focus on your job, concentrate in your job, and start loving your job. And When you love your job, that is a state of you're meditating on the job. And beyond that level, you really get to a state of total bliss when you're doing the job. Now, the same thing, let us codify it into the life aspect and also see whether these 8 limbs are applying to just know what I said. Yama is the aspects that you should not be doing. That's what the 8 limbs of yoga says. When you want to start doing yoga, you should know what you should not indulge in. It talks about that. And niyama is the one which talks about what you should do, how you should be a person of steadfast, how you should be a person of following non-violence and things like that. And then the next one talks about asanas. Asanas talks about what are the various postures that you can do. And every limb is taken care of when you do different type of postures. And please learn it from a master. Don't look into some books or try to even pick up ideas from YouTube, and don't try to do yoga. You must learn the tricks from the master, because he knows what is good for you and he teaches you how you have to do it. He will be able to tell you how you should sync your breathing while you're moving your arms and legs. The next comes pranayama. Pranayama is the one where you breathe and inhale and exhale. You should know how to inhale and you should know how to exhale along with your body movement. No, this is a very wonderful aspect of yoga, as I can see, which I have not seen in so many other type of exercises. Every other exercise has their own type of advantages, but talking of yoga, this is a beautiful aspect which they give a lot of care to. And once you are able to do this, then you are able to look at what is Pratyahara, where you are able to withdraw your senses from the worldly objects. You come to a state where your life leads to a level where you withdraw, like how the tortoise withdraws all his limbs into the shell, some danger it foresees. Now you will be able to do that once you are thorough with your body exercises, in synchronizing with your breathing, and you know what the preparations of yama and niyama that you have done. You are at the stage where it becomes easier for you to withdraw your senses against the material attractions outside. And then comes dharana. Once you are able to withdraw your senses, then you are able to concentrate on what you're thinking. You are able to focus your mind. This is one of the main issues that many of us have. When we try to focus on something, so many other attractions come and hit us. Our focus gets diluted. If you can do something with total focus and concentration, and then the output of yours in this world is beautiful. It's meditative. It is full of love. It is full of celebration. It is full of bliss. It is full of godliness. So this is how you are able to transform yourself to a higher level. And this is the 7th limb of Patanjali's yoga. And finally, the 8th limb of Patanjali's yoga is Samadhi. Samadhi is the level where, with all these beautiful aspects of life that you have gathered, you go to the level of totally finding alignment with the nature itself. You identify yourself with the consciousness, because the entire world is consciousness, isn't it? There is nothing else but consciousness everywhere. You, me, this chair, this table, the earth, the moon, everything is but reflections of consciousness. You are able to get to that level of understanding it and realizing it. You see, what are the 8 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga, what they call? It makes a man a complete person. It makes you to fulfill your life. But the first, when you get attracted towards yoga, is towards exercises. I want to build up my muscles. Yes, they attract you. You are attracted towards yoga this way. You build up your immunity. In the process of doing it, you are able to enjoy all the benefits of yoga from various angles. And this way, if you are able to do it, what can prevent you from leading a disciplined life? What can prevent you from bringing about focus in what you're doing? What can prevent you from bringing about concentration in what you're doing? And what can prevent you from excelling yourself in your life? There was a great person in our recent times, a yoga guru, a yoga master who has contributed in a wonderful manner, big way to the humanity. His name is B.K.S. Iyengar. B.K.S. Iyengar, one of his famous saying is, yoga is when every cell of the body sings the song of the soul. So when you do yoga, every cell of your body is singing the song of the soul. It is aligning with the soul. It is aligning with the godliness. And what are you waiting for? Please do yoga and get the benefit out of it. I love you all. Take care, my friends. Just subscribe to my channel by clicking the bell icon at the right hand side bottom corner of the video that you're viewing.